Food Court, the movie podcast, and Twitch stream where Sean
and John
and Michael
watch shit, talk shit, and most importantly, eat shit. We are the law.
The law.
Michael's back, but
Hi.
we're tired of Michael. Most importantly, John is back.
Yes.
Welcome back, John.
Finally.
We've missed you so much. What happened? What's going on?
Ugh.
We're so worried.
We were very worried.
You know it's bad when I miss an episode about one of my favorite movies of all time. The Thing. Starring the one, the only,
Thing.
Michael Hampton as Brown Windows.
Yeah. I was really good in that movie. I like the part where I was like, that part was awesome.
Yeah, you give great head.
Whoa!
That
When
thing.
your head splits open, or does your face get bitten, or does your head split open and bite someone else's?
No,
His
I
face
get
gets bitten.
bit. I get like
Yes.
it's like my whole top half of my body is just like, whoa, what's going on?
Mm-hmm.
It's
Yeah.
bad. It was painful. I couldn't believe.
And I like how you were just dead. Like,
Yeah.
that was it. You were dead.
I was covered in slime on the floor, like. But yeah, that was a great one, and you really missed out.
And the rest is history.
Yeah.
We're smack dab, not in the middle. We're like one quarter
Oh.
away.
The first triptych.
through
The first triptych.
Yeah.
We're in the first
Carpentober.
triptych of Carpentober.
Yes.
We have already watched The Thing.
Yeah, that was
For
first
this
week.
week's show, we watched Vampires. And
Yes.
in the coming weeks, we are watching In the Mouth of Madness, Body Bags.
Woo.
And for our big,
Yes.
super duper Halloween spectacular, Halloween 1 and 2.
And 2.
Are we allowed to do 2 at the same time? I don't know. We're just doing it.
Yeah,
We
we
have the
yes.
power. But as I said, for tonight, we watched John Carpenter's Vampires.
Yes.
First of all, friends,
Yes,
I have
sir.
to say something to you guys. What if you went up to your friend and said, "Hey, I just watched Vampires last night"? Would they have any idea what the fuck you were talking about if you didn't say John Carpenter's?
No, they think you're talking about you went to watch Vampires. Just-
Literal vampires?
Yeah. in life.
I think they would think you were referring to some other film series that maybe they
Mm.
didn't know about.
Oh, yeah.
So I think then they would be like, try to play
I've
it
heard
cool and be
about
like, oh
that.
yeah, Robert Pattinson,
Yeah.
fucking Batman.
Batman. Oh, Batman. Ooh, that works. Vampires, Batman. Wow, this is crazy.
Whoa, we're unlocking the code.
Yeah, I'm
This
so
is very
glad.
exciting stuff.
This is Vampires Anon. This is
Yeah.
Vianon.
Whoa.
It's all code breaking.
It's great.
John?
James Woods is deep into that one too.
He loves that shit.
Ugh.
John, this is gonna be really tough for you.
Uh-oh.
But you're back.
You're back.
Can you do the plot for us of John Carpenter's Vampires?
Don't put me on the stand. Okay, yes, I'll do it for you very quickly and
Okay.
succinctly.
Yes.
Are you familiar with the Japanimation Vampire Hunter D?
I've heard of it.
I've heard of it.
Well, in this case, the D stands for Lester Diamond, the James
Whoa.
Wood character in Casino. And it's just Lester Diamond and the Fat Baldwin brother hunting vampires.
Wow.
Yes.
That's it.
I'm
folks.
in.
That's
in.
pretty much
it. That sounds
It must
great.
be noted, Daniel Baldwin's character's name is Anthony Montoya, which is really close to Tony Montana.
Yeah.
Like, it's just a hair away from Tony Montana.
Crazy.
And
Man.
he's not even attempting to play slightly Hispanic, right?
No.
Is he?
I think his necklace, his rune that he has
Ooh.
around his neck,
Yeah.
I think he pretends that it's Hispanic.
Oh, okay. This is Catholic?
Probably something like that. Vampires do not like it. Whatever it is, they are like,
A
Vampires.
rune of protection. I'm
Whoa.
Hispanic.
I'm glad you.
I come from Spain.
But I mean, that's it. James Woods.
Yep.
And then it's basically like John Carpenter made a Howard Hawks Rio Bravo movie,
Uh huh.
Yeah.
but instead of like Walter Brennan and Strother Martin and weird guys like that, Ward Bond, it's like a bunch of stuntmen as vampires.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure I saw the director of John Wick as one of the vampires at the end.
Really?
Really?
Yeah,
See,
I think Chad Stahelski was one of the vampires.
Is he one of the masters?
Yes, I think he was one of the
shit.
masters.
Okay, I did notice something. I was gonna say, was John Carpenter one of the vampires that gets dragged out at the beginning? Because there's a one that looks just like him that gets dragged out like last.
I
was
mean,
like,
as this is a bit of a grim augury for our body bags episode, but John Carpenter, he does have some thespian chops.
He's very good.
When he wants to lay it on, he lays it on thick.
Yeah.
But I guess if I have to give an actual summary, is that summary good enough? They just hunt vampires.
Well, I will.
That's pretty much it.
I mean,
Yeah.
I did a 45-minute summary last time, so this.
I remember.
This is.
I saw that shit, and this is me counteracting
Like,
with a
what the
45-second summary, so we can talk about the movie.
I mean, in fairness,
Yes.
there is a lot less plot in this movie.
Yeah.
It is like, we have to find, okay, there's a big bad vampire.
Well, honestly,
We gotta find the big bad
Yeah.
vampire.
that's the thing about Carpenter movies is like, really, it's not, because you can just summarize every John Carpenter movie by saying what movie he's ripping off.
Sure.
So, like, for The Thing, it's like, it's The Thing from outer space with John Carpenter's music and Rob Bottin's effects.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And then with this is Howard Hawks' El Dorado. Oh, also, The Thing, I didn't get to say this, but there's also like a TV movie that came out before The Thing that's essentially exactly The Thing.
Whoa.
But that was, John
Motherfucker.
Carpenter was in that phase, like, he's not, like, afraid to just steal shit.
Yeah.
Whole
Sure.
premises, like,
Wow.
like, I know we pretend Halloween invented the slasher movie. That is not true.
Oh wow.
He saw another slasher movie. He's like, I can make that movie. And you know what?
Sure.
I'll make it better. And
Yeah.
I'll make it with an iconic score, and it'll be real scary.
Yeah.
Make
And
it
this
really,
one, it's
really
like
good.
John Carpenter was clearly like, I'm gonna make an old western, like Defend the Outpost or like Assault on Precinct. He ripped himself off.
Yeah.
To Assault,
Yes.
Assault on
Yeah.
Precinct 13,
That's great.
and then just put vampires in that bitch.
Wow. He
Absolutely.
did.
And I
put
believe it was
vampires
adapted from
in
a
that bitch.
from a novel.
Yes, it
Aw.
was a novel called Vampires with a money sign for the S.
Oh.
I noted that. I was like, what?
Oh.
It's called Vampire Money?
Why
But it's
is-
pretty bitchin'. It's like, and I guess the last bit of summary I would say is it is like a full-on movie.
Yeah.
And then suddenly there's a moment and they just run out of goddamn money.
Yeah.
And the movie fucking ends with a montage. And it's also bookended by two of the worst, like, dick sex jokes you'll ever hear in your life.
Yes. Very
Yes.
much.
So essentially, folks, it's a perfect film.
Just to lay it all on
Wow.
the line, it's amazing. It's
Yeah.
perfect in every way.
I mean, if you love James Woods, which you should,
Yeah.
I don't
doesn't?
care. I don't care what he tweets. I don't care if he comes to your house and murders you. James
Okay.
Woods is fucking flawless in every performance.
He's a great actor.
He really is.
We love Videodrome on the show.
Yeah, he commits to his roles, I would say. So.
I read that Gene Siskel thought James Woods should have been nominated for an Oscar for this movie.
Wow, that is crazy.
I've always liked Siskel more than Ebert. I don't know if it's because he loves Saturday Night Fever so much, but
Oh,
this
wow.
has cemented it.
I mean, he's pretty good in it. I
Yeah.
don't know if he.
No!
What?
No!
He's got some moments.
He's got moments.
What? I mean, I'll tell you what, this movie fucking sets up his, like, vile Twitter persona quite well.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
he's
there
doing
is
the same
some
thing.
incredibly
Yeah.
misogynistic, homophobic shit.
Oh,
I mean, he calls Thomas Ian Griffith, the master of all vampires, a pole smoker.
well, I
mean,
will say, I was like, I totally understand now how kids who grew up watching these movies are like horrible to women now. 'Cause this movie's like just beating women up, calling them whores. I was like, what the fuck?
yeah,
I usually.
that's what badasses do, Michael.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
taking notes. I was like, okay, here's what I need to start doing.
The arc of young man used to be like, watch Walter Hill movie, Backhand Woman.
Yeah.
Watch John Carpenter movie, DDT Woman. I mean, that's how you learned.
It was crazy.
You learned.
They don't call them the good old
Bream
days for
stash
nothing.
up in this Twitch chat.
Oh, we
Kill
got somebody in the
donkeys for
chat.
life.
Kill donkeys
Oh,
for
shit.
life. This is awesome. We finally we found our people, you know.
They're
I'm
out there
afraid
just
they're called
waiting.
kill donkeys.
This is
Since we
great.
got people, we might as well get to talking about something really important.
Yes.
I'm going to send it to Michael. Michael,
Yes, sir.
what was your beef lamb euro of the picture? What was your very favorite part
Oh
of
my
John
gosh.
Carpenter's very own vampires?
My favorite.
Very own Vampire Society.
Yeah. Well, it's hard to pick. You know, every time there's a movie like this that I just have such a reaction to, it's hard for me to pick.
What was that reaction?
I did not.
We're about to fucking fight. I'm gonna fight both of you.
I hated this movie so
Ah!
much. I was like, this is awful. I was like, can John Carpenter like even make a movie?
He can make a movie.
But yeah, of course he can. But I was like, geez, the thing to this, that's like awful.
It's not. It is definitely not as good as the thing. We
Yeah.
can all agree on
That's
that,
the
right?
thing I want to bring.
Can we?
Okay, my favorite. My favorite scene. What I have a favorite scene. Does that
Oh, that's
count?
good.
Okay.
Yeah. Any version of a favorite thing is perfect.
Okay. It's James Wood. What's his name in the movie? I don't know.
Oh, fuck.
I think it's like Jack Crow.
Oh, Jack Crow.
Jack Crow.
Jack Crow. He's talking to the priest. The priest who helps them. I don't know anyone's
Yes.
name.
The original priest who helps them,
No,
or the second
The
priest? who helps
second
them?
one, not the one they're like.
The original
buddies.
priest partied.
Yes.
He's dead.
The second one's young hot priest.
Yeah, yeah. And they're like talking about how Valak, the evil vampire, was formed, and James Wood's like, the first vampire created by the Catholic Church, and then the priest like very sassily is like, by accident.
Yeah.
And then James Wood goes, shut the fuck up. And I like died laughing. I was like, this.
James
And-
Woods tells people to shut the fuck up with incredible piss and vinegar in this
Yes.
film,
Yeah.
and often accompanied by just grabbing their face and throwing them on the ground.
It's
Yes.
It's a very violent, like, fuck you. I'm gonna just do whatever I want, no matter
He's
what.
pissed.
Yeah.
I will say this is not my Euro, but right
Whoa.
before that,
Okay.
this cardinal who James is going to meet has a bodyguard, which is like one of my favorite parts of the movie. For some reason, there's just a cardinal's bodyguard, which I've never seen in cinema before or after.
Yeah.
Just
No.
like, hey, you're not gonna get close to the cardinal unless I gotta check out. Okay, let's see what we got here. Nope,
Unless
no
you're a
guns.
young boy.
Nope. Yeah.
Yes. Come on
They
in.
just let
to
him.
make
Yeah.
sure you have a nubile penis.
Well, that's how you get them. You sneak in like a grenade.
By the
with
way,
a little
that
boy.
cardinal, I think, was that Maximilian Schell?
It is him. Yes.
Whoa.
What the
That's a
fuck
cool
is going
name.
on in this? The cast in this movie is demented.
It's a really weird
Yeah,
cast.
It's a weird movie.
The head vampire,
Yeah.
for some reason named Terrence Malick, is played by like kickboxer star Thomas Ian Griffith,
Yes.
Oh,
who then does no kickboxing.
No.
He does
Does
fly around
very
a
little.
lot. He
All
flies.
around does not do much.
The vampire flying in this movie is good.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, that. Okay. Another year. I have 2 euros in
You
a
have 2
movie. I
euros?
did
Like,
not
you
like.
like this movie a little more than you're letting on there, Michael.
I like elements, but then it's like you find something cool, but it's buried under a lot of dirt, like dinosaur bone. Ooh, but they're gonna get through all this dirt and it gets useless crap. It's kind of like that. Okay, but there. It's a 2-second shot of Valak landing on the back of the truck when he's chasing them after he like slaughters everybody.
Yeah.
That looked cool. I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
He like flew out of nowhere. So I like that.
Those are good things.
Yeah.
John, you seem to have loved
First
this
of all,
movie.
Your Honor, I object, and I reject your thesis, Michael.
Dang.
I
Wow.
reject the premise of your viewpoint. I think you should go next, Sean, and then allow me a full rebuttal.
Wow.
You
Okay.
monsters.
Wow. This is
You
the
don't need to
debate.
rebut this because this is my Euro. This is the part where I'm talking about how
I
it's good.
sense a Euro coming that
Yeah.
has like an acid tongue.
No.
I sense a backhanded beef lamb sandwich.
I didn't
No,
do
there's
that.
plenty of stuff I have backhanded stuff to say about, but this is a literal favorite thing.
Okay.
So James Woods is hanging from a cross near the end of the movie because they caught him. The vampires caught him, and they're doing some ritual.
Mm-hmm.
That part is too deep to get into, and I didn't entirely understand it. But they're trying to turn him into a daywalker, essentially.
Yeah.
He wants to walk around in the daytime. He likes to look at the sunset.
Of
That's
course.
what. So James Woods, he's on the cross. The priest,
Crucifixion.
yes, the priest that I think thought was dead shows up again, shoots a vampire. James Woods looks up and he goes, "Padre!" He's just like genuinely excited, and he's on the cross, and it's like just a great part.
Padre.
It's just like silly, but I just
James
love it.
Woods exclaims "Padre" like 62 times.
Yes.
Yeah.
This time he is overjoyed though. Just Padre. He's just
True.
like a commercial for soup or something.
Yeah.
He's just Padre. He's very happy to see him, and I loved it. 2 thumbs up.
That's great.
Where do I begin? How shall I compare this movie to A Summer's Day?
Please.
Thou art more lovely and more temperate, John Carpenter's Vampires.
Oh wow.
I don't. So, Michael, do you like Big Trouble in Little China?
Yeah, I love that movie. That movie's awesome.
This movie is just like that movie.
Well,
This movie is exactly like that movie.
I wanted it to.
It is a fun time. Only instead of going, maybe James was right. Maybe you are racist against white people, because maybe if this, maybe
white people. This is no secret.
If they were visiting instead of a Shaw Brothers movie, which is what Carpenter decided to rip off in that one.
Oh,
Sure.
Solomon's Mines meets Shaw Brothers. He just decided to meet a bunch of undead white people. But this movie, I mean, let's make something nice and sparkly clear. Is it good? Maybe not. Is it bad? Maybe so.
Yeah. Maybe.
But is it dementedly entertaining and have the shards of the John Carpenter verse, the elements that make his movies, the more fun movies, really fun? I think so.
Yeah.
I mean, this movie to me is like, okay, maybe, just maybe, all that irony that you thought you were experiencing in Big Trouble in Little China isn't so ironic. And maybe, just maybe, John Carpenter's not the filmmaker you thought he was. And this is the type of shit that he's really making all along, Michael. Just guys with crossbows that they attach to Daniel Baldwin's winch.
Yeah.
just getting Laura Palmer out of her burlap sack or whatever from the beginning of Twin Peaks.
That's Laura
I
Palmer.
spent the whole movie. I was like, "Who is this person?"
Laura Palmer looking like she never really made it out of that bag. Laura Palmer was looking rough.
Spoiler alert. She turns into a vampire.
Spoiler alert.
Okay, if I have to pick a
That's
hero
what happens
from
in this movie.
frankly, film full of heroes,
Years.
cinematic and otherwise, I will pick. I wish James Woods had gotten a career, a la that strange detour Walter Matthau took in the 70s, where he was in a bunch of Don Siegel action movies.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Give me James Woods being in, like, instead of Kurt Russell being in playing Snake Plissken a couple times, let's put James Woods in that role.
That'd be wild.
Let's put Jack Crow. Let's get him in his Vampire Winnebago. Was this
Ooh.
before or after Blade, by the way?
Oh.
Oh,
Before?
boy.
I think it probably
Has to
right
be
around
before.
the same time.
It's
I
definitely
think
after From Dusk Till Dawn, because it definitely has a
Yeah.
From Dusk Till Dawn vibe.
Yeah.
It's before From Dusk Till Dawn, right?
Really?
I
Oh
don't
wow.
think so.
No?
That's wild.
We're
Maybe.
stop taking me. It's taking me to whatever website it wants.
Sean's QAnon porn pop-ups
Yeah.
are taking over his computer.
No, it's just filling in. Oh, same year as Blade.
Ooh.
Oh.
Wait, really?
Okay, as much as I enjoyed this film,
Blade's
this coming out the same year as Blade, that is just a death blow.
you can't.
That is a flawless
compete.
victory by Blade.
Yeah, you
Because
can't
Blade
compete
is
with
like
Blade.
amazing.
Blade's
2 years
crazy.
after From Dusk Till Dawn.
Okay.
Wow.
Well, Damn it, Carpenter's ripping again.
Yeah.
Because this has a lot of that.
Yeah, it does
Very
have a
much
lot of that
so.
from Dust Till
Dust
Dawn
Till
feel.
Dawn flavor.
Though,
But go ahead.
instead of the Winnebago, he has an armored car
Yeah.
as
Yeah.
as the
True.
troop transpo, which is a
And
pretty
then
good bit.
And just a Jeep Wrangler.
Yeah.
Yes.
Also.
Jurassic Park vibes there, like
Yes.
real
The Lost
Jurassic
World.
Park when they're driving around. Yeah.
But this is just a good old-fashioned blood, fangs, and titties movie.
Mm-hmm.
Neutered by the studio and reverse racist like Michael.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the type of shit that James Woods couldn't handle and has sent him on this tailspin where now all he does is tweet about sucking off Donald Trump and buying antique furniture.
Hey, I get
Does he
it.
talk about antique furniture?
I think he's a vintage. I think his profession now is vintage antique.
I like that. That's the shock.
He's the reverse Billy Bob Thornton.
Wow. Antiques. That's crazy.
Does Billy Bob only sell new furniture?
Billy Bob Thornton is horrified of antiques.
What?
What?
He has a phobia. He's
Wow.
phobic of antiques. He's written into a few of his movies.
That's crazy.
I get it. Why are we keeping this shit? It's too old.
Yeah.
It's old. Throw it in the trash.
Throw it in the
horrifying.
trash. That's what that new M. Night Shyamalan movie's about. Just throw away all that old junk. Have you heard about this? It's called Old. The cover, the poster's just like, it looks like a bunch of
What?
old people like being dumped down a trash can. I was like, what the fuck?
What?
There's no twist there. It's
The
just.
twist is Soylent Green is people again.
Ooh. Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert.
Did this have an M. Night Shyamalan twist?
No.
No.
I think it did, boys.
Okay.
Because beginning of the movie, we start with a joke where a vampire's head comes rolling out of the Alamo or whatever the fuck they're always killing people like in strange forts. Like they like kill people with, like the vampire OK Corral, and then like the vampire bell tower from High Noon, and then finally at the Alamo itself.
Yes.
But so a head rolls out, and Daniel Baldwin gets to like elbow the first Padre, the Padre who likes tequila, in the elbow and be like, "Yeah, you give great head, Padre," and you're like, "Wow, this joke is
Really
good." Like,
Yeah, wow.
and you
It's
don't
funny.
think it can be topped. And then it ends with potentially the worst series of dick jokes
Yeah.
by the worst actor in the flick, the new Padre,
Yeah.
who's strangely agile, I might add.
Yeah,
Incredibly.
he's like, flip it. Flip
I feel
it.
like he's so young and virile, he might molest himself.
Ooh.
But he out of nowhere, they've just had this cathartic moment where Daniel Baldwin, who has become a vampire out of his love
Yes.
for Laura Palmer, I
Mhm.
guess I'm summarizing the film again.
Uh-oh.
And he's giving him a 2-day head start. Some
Yeah.
real man's man shit. Some
Yeah. I
Wild
legitimately
bunch
like
shit.
that part, by the
yeah,
way.
there's lots of good
Yeah.
stuff in here. You guys are drunk with power. Carpentober power. I go away for 1 week and you're just relentless haters of totally serviceable genre movies with huge bustling breasts. And there's a part where a vampire bites a woman's hoo-ha.
That's
Yeah,
true.
I think so.
I mean, that's very
It's very intense.
but then we get to yet another and somehow worse joke where the Padre, James Woods, looks to him, he's like, "Padre, did you get a little chubby?"
Yeah.
Killing
No,
those
he asked him if he
vampires?
got wood.
Oh,
and then
yeah.
the Padre just lists different kinds of wood.
And that's
Yes.
a callback to a joke earlier after he beats up the Padre, and he's like, "Let me ask you, did you get a little stiff while I beat you up?" It's like,
Yeah.
what?
See,
I
Michael,
mean-
maybe you paid too much attention.
It just
to this movie.
didn't. They just didn't. It just didn't make sense. I was writing these notes. I had to get these notes. I wrote down some key lines. that
Okay.
I loved. A lot of them are very misogynistic.
Lay it down on us.
Leave the bitch. She's dead anyways. Classic. Very good because she
He
got
was
bit by a
dead
vampire.
anyway. He was right.
He was right, and he got turned to a vampire, but also met the love of his life. So it's debatable which way that went.
Mhm.
The creepiness begins and ends with, so they catch Laura Dern after she's been bit in the vagina by a kung fu vampire, and Daniel Baldwin rescues her and then ties her nude to a bed face down.
Insane.
Yeah.
What?
Really weird shit. Really
And then
uncomfortable.
later, when she like gets free and she kind of like wants clothes, he's like, "What's it matter? I've already seen you naked."
That's a good point.
I mean, damn, Daniel Baldwin. He is so fucking fat in this movie. It's glorious. I mean, he's got like me-sized jowls, and then he's wearing like what on a normal head and face would be like an amulet or like a necklace, but on his giant, fat, swollen head and jowls is just a choker.
It's a tiny little thing, just
choker necklace,
dangling, little dangling.
Dangling. What are your other favorite lines, Michael?
Oh, just more of the same. You know, when it's like so insane. I think she's trying to escape, and like, it's just so nuts. Like there's no point where it's like said like, oh, it's wrong to like slap a woman and call her a fucking whore.
Because this is Walter Hill
like,
doing Howard Hawks. It's not wrong. It's important. You got to do it. I have bad news for you guys. John Carpenter is just an old-fashioned ponytail wearing, weed smoking maniac.
It seems like it. I mean, hey, I get it. You gotta make what's in your heart. But my favorite my favorite quote was when one of the Baldwin guy he stabs one of the vampires. He goes, "How do you like your steak, bitch?" Like,
that's pretty good. That's a good
You
line.
hated this movie?
No, I liked parts of it, but most of it I was like, this sucks.
Well, we're already there.
Yeah,
What's your lo mein?
I'm not
Michael?
done with my
you're not
my
done?
beef lamb here.
Oh, okay.
Uh-oh.
Tell
Oh,
us
we
more
got
about
a
the good
beef.
things.
I think
We
my
gotta beef.
now the first one was okay, but the second time Daniel Baldwin cauterizes his own wound, pretty good part, I'd say.
He shoots the gun and then the barrel gets hot and then he burns that.
Yes, the first time he cauterizes a wound, and in the same motion as the cauterization of said wound, backhands a woman.
Yeah, it's insane.
Yeah. I mean, she did bite him and turn him into a
true.
You're not giving it much context. She did bite him and curse him forever to hell.
That's true.
So
he tied her up naked, face down.
Okay, he's not blameless in this. I will say he is just not at all blameless in this. But if you're doomed to hell forever,
true.
I mean, you could just gently backhand a lady. Just hell forever. We're talking hell forever.
Padre. Let me ask you this.
Oh.
Don't you feel like all the weird, twisted shit that James Woods does in this movie, this is all stuff that Jack Burton would also do, and that we would chuckle away?
No.
I don't know.
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
All right.
There's just a different... I don't know if it's just because maybe just him as a person, he just doesn't...
Oh, maybe.
It just comes off like super like, no, fuck you.
James Woods and Daniel Baldwin drip like ruthlessness.
Yeah.
And actual villainy.
I think Baldwins just have a genetic like sneakiness to their faces. I was like, you're sneaky.
What are you up to?
Can you believe there were not one, not two, not three, but four Baldwins tearing up the charts back then?
Yes.
That's wild.
Steven was doing Biodome.
Wow.
Billy was doing whatever that Crawford movie was. Oh, and Backdraft,
Oh,
yes.
wow. I like that one.
Sliver.
Oh, Sliver.
This is the least of all Baldwins, right? This is the only Baldwin who never did anything. I assume it's because his jowls make any necklace just a nipple on his giant body.
Poor
I mean,
James.
but this is the only Baldwin that didn't really. He might not even have a Hollywood Walk of Fame star.
No.
Wait.
What is the movie he's even been in? Like, what is the good movie?
I don't know.
What is the good Billy Baldwin movie? No, this is not Billy. Daniel. What is the good Daniel Baldwin movie?
Homicide: Life on the Street, the TV show.
Wow.
Oh, okay.
I don't think he's been in any good movies, has he?
I have no clue.
According to Internet Movie Database, no.
All right, my
just
search
said no.
is bringing up nothing.
That was quick.
This didn't catapult his career? What? Are you kidding me?
He could have played like another chubby creep.
True.
There's plenty of room for chubby creeps in movies.
You know what? He's
True,
not even
true.
as good as Adam Baldwin.
Whoa, I don't even know an Adam Baldwin.
You do know an Adam Baldwin. He is in Full Metal Jacket.
I never saw it.
He is in.
What?
I still
he
never
is
saw
in.
it.
Oh, this is one of the blind spots. We need
Predator
to put
2.
this.
You've seen Predator 2.
Yep.
He's in Predator 2
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
as Gary Busey's sidekick.
Oh, okay.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
He-
His
put Full
most
Metal
famous
Jacket on the
role is
blind
in
spots.
This Will Reveal Me as a virgin Firefly. And he plays the character Jane in Firefly.
Oh, okay.
Which Joss Whedon, who's like the liberal James Woods, he's the man behind that one.
Was cheated.
He's like the. I guess we got to do the bad stuff, which I'll go. Should I go first?
Yeah.
Alright, so this is our beef lamb low. This is our low main. I'm out of practice. Low man
Yeah.
of the totem pole. Now this happens a lot with later Carpenter, but John Carpenter trying to do Ry Cooder for the music.
Whoa.
I gotta say, it's still really funny though, so it's actually still good.
That's right. It's insane, yeah.
The music is, I agree, very low for me. Also, mostly inappropriate. There's just like times when it's like, wait, what am I supposed to feel during this scene? There's like they go into, I think it's Santiago, and there's this like kind of sad elegiac music, but I don't know what it is an elegy for. Like, we don't know any of the people who ever lived in this town. It's just kind of like,
we're still mourning the death of his whole team, Sean.
The whole movie.
is that it? I mean, that may be true, but I was just like, what is this music and why is it here?
Why is this music here? I will say I did like that twist that they kill off the whole team. Spoiler alert. I was like, whoa, that was pretty surprising.
Yes.
I was like, oh, damn.
And the way they're killed is pretty good. There's some good Nicotero,
Oh, yeah.
K&B stuff. People getting torn in half.
Oh, yeah.
Blood coming fucking out of their heads. It's good.
Oh,
And I feel like there was a lot of violence left on the cutting room floor as well.
Probably.
Because, like, I remember when I was a kid, I only saw this movie in the theaters. I haven't seen it since.
Oh, wow.
Because I always was told, like, I don't think I liked it very much as a kid because you build up Carpenter as like this master filmmaker, and honestly, you go back through his oeuvre and like, other than The Thing, and I would say Halloween, all of his movies have like a certain goofiness to it to me.
Yeah.
So that's why I feel like this one is not out of place in the oeuvre at all, and it's totally fine. It's just another
True.
facet of the Carpenter Diamond career. This one just happens to be like, this is his mean-spirited Western.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like, this is his fatalist, mean-spirited Western.
Very true.
That to me looks like he just fucking ran out of money.
It
Yeah.
did feel like that for sure.
Like, I feel like if he had, at the top of his powers, if he had like he could do whatever he wanted, we were going to watch a pretty awesome action movie. But honestly, the action is kind of not as great as you would think, considering like the Greg Nicotero and the we have a kung fu vampire at our disposal.
Yeah.
Yes.
No one mentioned Thomas Ian Griffith in their Heroes or Low Men.
We haven't done our Lomans yet.
Oh, yeah.
Well, mine is the music.
Oh, the music sucks.
The
It's
music
It's still
sucks.
awesome though. It's so bad.
It's
So
pretty bad.
It's good.
Valak sucks.
Valak
He's not my
sucks.
Loman, but I don't like Valak.
Ah,
All right.
Sorry.
I didn't
Okay.
mind
But
him. He seemed
What's
fine.
your problem with Valet?
There's like nothing there for
True.
me. When I watch him, I just go, like, what is your character and why are you here?
It's Lestat, but he can throw whip kicks at your noggin.
Guess so. I don't know. I just didn't get much out of him. But my
Yeah.
low main, let me get balls deep into this low
Oh,
main.
wow.
There's a bunch of stuff I didn't like. There's a big list, but the main thing, this was just one tiny thing.
Uh-huh.
There's a moment right at the beginning when they have this machine that cuts holes in doors. I don't know why, but I like it. That part's not the low. And then James Woods has to reach in his hand
Mm.
and unlock the door, which in my head,
Yeah.
as I saw it happening, was a great bit.
Yes.
But he just didn't get much out of, which seems like just atypical Carpenter, because that should be a great moment of like, he puts in his hand, he's terrified, he can't see in there. oh shit, but it's just kind of fast and he grabs it and then he gets out.
Yeah.
I wanted that moment to be as badass as it began to be in my head. That's my lowest.
Do you think
Yeah.
Carpenter was like, they're shooting that scene, he's like, all right, I'm gonna do my like De Palma Hitchcock like super suspenseful shit.
Yeah.
He's sitting there, he's dragging on his, jazz cigarette, as it were.
Yeah.
And then he looks over, he's like halfway through this, he's giving it the commensurate amount of suspense. He looks over and he's like, Jesus fucking Christ, they have a tank and a winch. Why is he even reaching in there to turn this door handle? I'm an idiot. Cut!
Yeah.
We're doing the next scene.
Yeah.
We're doing the next
so.
scene. This makes no sense. This is stupid. We got to get out of here.
Maybe.
That could be. Yeah. It's like,
He may have just been bored on set. And he was like, I don't want to. I got to get like 3 more setups to do this. Nah,
Yeah.
I'm not doing it.
No. I mean,
We're done.
Danny Baldwin's already in catering.
Oh,
He's
God.
just sweating. He's like, how long is this fucking scene?
Yeah, he's still got the headset on.
How long is this scene?
Yeah.
Michael,
I
you've claimed that this is not a perfect film.
It isn't.
Tell us why.
But that's okay. We can't be perfect. Nobody's perfect, you know?
Nobody.
Even the best movies aren't perfect. That's okay.
The Thing is kind of perfect.
It's really great. I
Really close.
really struggled to find anything wrong with that one. I was like, I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't know. But
Boo.
oh no. But wait, Ennio Morricone did the music in that one, right? Or right?
Yes.
Sorta.
Sort
Well,
of.
yeah.
It was cool.
Like,
Some of it.
Carpenter still did his like
Boom, boom.
one note
Yeah.
amazing shit
Yes.
all over it.
Boom.
And apparently he also was like, hey, Ennio, I love the themes you've been doing, but what if the main theme, like, you know how my music sounds like this? Like,
Yeah.
apparently he literally had this conversation. Could you make a thing that sounds exactly like something that I might write? I don't know why I didn't write it.
Great.
It would have just been easier.
And then he
But-
was like, no,
Oh no,
just
fuck
do it
it.
yourself. And so he did.
And so he went, and he did it great. I mean, his theme is like super good.
It's great.
And just sounds like Carpenter if Carpenter
Boom,
was
boom.
a better musician. Not that Carpenter is a bad musician, just like it's
I
just
think
cooler
we can say that actually.
He did
Yes.
more.
Sometimes he is a very bad musician. Say perhaps during the making of John Carpenter's Vampires. Mike,
Yes.
Mikey.
Bitch.
Mikey.
Michael,
What is?
what's your Loman?
Oh, this is tough. I do agree with you on that door scene. Like, I almost wish they would have just shown him from the angle of being outside the door, like trying to. It'd probably been more suspenseful.
Yeah.
But my low main man is probably. I mean,
Low main?
aside from the woman stuff, because. I mean, I'm not one of these feminists, but I don't really like.
Don't get me wrong, I hate women,
But
not
I hate
this
Yeah,
much.
not this.
I hate them in theory, but not in practice.
I would never. Yeah, never in practice. Never. It's just It's not polite.
It's impolite.
It is. It really is impolite to hit a woman in the face
Very.
with your hand.
It's uncouth.
Uncool.
Mhm.
Cools. I think. This is tough. I'll have to say the fight at the end with Valak is very goofy. Like, absolutely not thrilling or it's just so dumb. It's just like, this is so stupid. It's like, hey, I got the cross. Like,
The Spear of Destiny.
Yeah.
Yes.
The black cross of la 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 la.
That has to show you that like James Woods is just not up for these action scenes because they've got like they're like, okay, we're gonna get Thomas Ian Griffith, who's an actual martial artist, to
Mhm.
be the bad guy in this. He probably can't act that well,
Yes.
so we're gonna make him, and then it'll at least guarantee like a badass fight scene.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you realize James Woods is like 5'1", 123 pounds, and looks like a semi-erect penis.
Yes.
And God bless, like him walking around in those tight jeans, firing the crossbow from his cock always
Yes.
was just riveting to me for like 96 of this movie's 97 minutes.
Yeah.
But Michael's right. When he finally has to fight someone that isn't just like backhanding a priest or a woman,
Yeah.
Mhm.
it's not very good.
It's
But at this
not.
point, I feel like they have, because right after this, it feels like they have completely run out of money.
Yeah.
Because the big like Wild Bunch scene where they're supposed to kill all the vampires, they do it in like a 16-second montage.
Yes. They run away.
Yeah, they run away.
They're scared. The sun comes up real fast. And they go, oh shit, we gotta run inside. But they're not fast enough. They cannot make it inside. These are really, I don't know, absent-minded vampires. So they're just like, well, we'll get inside when we can.
Yeah, I don't work.
I mean, in their defense, they're trying to get this whole ceremony done so they can all be daywalkers or something. But at some point, they're like, I don't think this ceremony is going to work. We better go inside because we will die.
Yeah, we're going to die.
We'll instantly die if we don't go inside, but they never
true.
get it. I have more Lomans.
Oh,
Can I drop some more Lomans on you?
Drop them.
You can try.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, no, I found another good thing.
Ooh.
Goons. I like the fact that the vampires are called goons. That's
That
a good
is
bit.
nice. That is nice.
Okay. I had a thought during some of these scenes that harmed the movie for me. There's like a scene early on where vampires are getting like just tossed and shit. No, it's when the vampires first get the cross. The master vampires go in and they grab this special cross and they're throwing Padres all around. And I had a thought, instead of John Carpenter's vampires, I thought Sam Raimi's vampires, where it's a sillier version of this movie. And I went, oh, I want to see that movie.
You just got that movie.
No.
That's what this movie was.
I agree with Sean because this is what went wrong. I was like, if this was a bit more goofy, I would be into it. But it's like barely goofy, and then it's like
not barely goofy.
It's
A
barely
vagina gets bitten by a vampire. He sticks it. He karate chops a guy in half very early on. He karate chops Mark Boone Jr. in half.
That's a good part.
Very early on.
That's a good
part. Bitches can't identify tone anymore. I don't know what happened. I leave for 1 week, and you've run this organization right into the ground.
You're treating us like the women in this film, John.
Yeah, you are. It's very poor.
It begins and ends with a dick joke. It's an absurdly absurd movie.
Okay.
It's Big Trouble in Little Vampire Alamo Town.
It is not that.
It doesn't even reach that premise.
Just
level.
because it has a creepy neocon Twitter monster in the Jack Burton role and has kung fu vampires instead of kung fu Asian vampires in Little China doesn't mean that it's not still a really solid, I dare say, romp.
Romp!
A romp! It should be categorized as a romp.
This is a late night B movie romp.
I think it's accidental,
okay, I'll give you
though.
that.
I think most of the funniness is accidental. I don't think it was on I think they're trying to be cool.
I agree. I think that the funniness that you love so much in Big Trouble in Little China is not as purposeful as you think it is.
I don't
know. I think that's
that
purposeful.
movie's really funny.
I believe it's purposeful in Big Trouble in Little China. And honestly, I think the stuff in this that is funny is kind of funny, or at least is intended to be funny. Like, it's supposed to be like, hey, what you got a fucking dick over there? Like, that is supposed to be the tone of the thing, but it just never made me laugh very much.
Yeah.
But okay, I got more Lomans. When Billy and Cheryl kiss, oh, awful! I hated it. They like get.
It's Daniel, first of all.
Oh, is it Billy?
And it's Laura
no,
Palmer.
It's Daniel. Sorry.
Second of all.
Laura Dern.
Daniel and Laura Palmer. When Daniel Baldwin and Laura Palmer kiss, they've just had like a big fucking knockdown, drag out fight, and for some reason they have fallen in love at some point. We're not entirely sure.
That escalated quickly, man.
Yes, they were just in like the 30 seconds between when he sat next to her.
Yeah.
And when they started to get closer, they're like, what the fuck? We're in love. That part sucks.
Yeah.
Really, the main negative thought I had throughout the thing was like a John Wick thought where like, I don't care about this mythology.
Yeah.
Yes.
Almost all of it. I just don't give a shit about Special Cross.
Yeah. Yes.
I don't care.
This is a problem with filmmaking, period.
Yes. Yeah.
This is a medium issue because cinema, you don't need any of that shit.
No.
Yeah.
That's the whole point of cinema is we're using moving pictures to tell a story, and the story is like a visceral experience, and I don't need to know about vampire with
the history.
money sign is the S.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't need to know about Ethan Hunt's backstory. I don't need
Uh-uh.
to know if the killer is actually James Bond's brother. I just need to see an action scene that kicks ass. And if you want to throw in a few James Woods vampire dick jokes, that is a plus in my book. Maybe not for you guys. Who suddenly... it is kind of weird how, like, Laura Palmer, like... I'm pretty sure they used more money on, like, James Woods' hair and, like, keeping the fat sweat off of Danny Baldwin's neck and face than they did on, like, the vampires.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like, Laura Palmer, like, her changing into a vampire, it's like, let's just, like, remove some of her makeup.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that part in the Jeep is like
Give her the white pancake.
It's so fast. Like, I didn't even know like what was happening, like editing wise. I was like, wait, what? She just like suddenly was like,
Because that was some Sam Raimi shit.
Whoa. I don't know about that.
I don't...
I mean, okay. This was not a... I will say, I've been saying a lot of negative things, but this was not an entirely unenjoyable experience for me.
Yeah, they were
I
fun.
feel like you guys have been infected vampirically.
Yeah.
And this could have happened to me, and sort of did happen to me. I have been told so often that this movie sucks, and is the beginning of the end of Carpenter, and of Carpentober as we know it.
Mhm.
That when I watched this movie, I was pleasantly surprised. I was like, this movie fucking rules. This movie is like Evil Dead 2 meets Big Trouble in Little China. I see that there are flaws and that they didn't nail every little bit.
Sure.
Sure, maybe James Woods can't fight vampires very well. And maybe some of the casting isn't all that great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But, come on. Lester Diamond leading a team of men in Jurassic Park Jeeps to kill a bunch of vampires in the Alamo.
Mm.
And I'm supposed to say, this movie's bad, Michael.
You don't have to say it's
Yeah,
bad.
I'm not telling you. You know, I'm not upset that you don't think it's bad. I just think it's bad.
Well, I
This
wish
is
I could
agreed
say
to
the same.
Yeah, you
This is
could.
a
Because I am
agree
upset.
to disagree situation. Michael wants to agree. Wait,
Fine.
are you agreeing or are you disagreeing?
I forgot.
One of you is agreeing, one of you is disagreeing. Maybe you can both disagree
we can
with
both.
each other.
Yeah, that's fine.
Twitch, Kill Donkey, non for real, Chad Ryden says, I thought it was fine.
Yeah.
And I immediately watched Blackula to cleanse my palate.
Wow.
I don't know what.
Wow.
I don't think you needed any of that.
Blackula
virgin blood cleansed.
flower.
But Blackula.
Flower.
Blackula is. I mean, there are superior vampire movies. There were superior vampire movies released in that calendar year.
Yes. Yeah.
That's
That's
great.
true.
And
But-
every year.
Probably not
But-
every year since.
I'm going to. Here's my thesis statement. John Carpenter is only as good as his whomever he's ripping off and whomever his special effects artist is.
Sure.
That's true.
He's not the type of guy whose films are guaranteed to be winners.
That's true.
But we did get, we got a little bit of that chutzpah, that Howard Hawksian chutzpah that I enjoy from his films. Furthermore, Lester Diamond as a vampire hunter is something that I needed to experience again.
Yes.
And that's all I'll say about the matter.
I think this is easily Carpenter's 12th best movie. That
Jesus
is-
H. Christ. All right.
I mean it.
Happy
I looked it up.
Carpentober.
Easily his 12th best movie.
It's better than The Fog.
It is.
Oh,
Well, you're
wow.
fucking insane.
It's better than The Mist.
The
Better than
Mist.
Mist?
It's better than The Ward.
It's definitely
Better than all his
The
other
Ward.
movies that start with the. I know he didn't do The Mist.
The Thing. It's not. It's
It's not better than The Thing.
It's definitely not better than The Thing.
It's better.
It's better than Christine.
I never saw
No,
it.
it isn't. Christine's great.
I haven't seen I don't think I've seen even 5 of his movies. Isn't that crazy?
Really?
This has
What
been
have you seen? You've seen The
eye-opening.
Thing.
I've seen The Thing. I've seen The Fog.
Okay.
I've seen a couple parts of Body Bags, so I'm excited to watch that.
Oh,
Is that
yes.
next, or is that's 2?
That's 2
more-
weeks from now.
2 more. 2 weeks.
All right.
Next week is In the Mouth of Madness.
So I'm just excited. I've seen a few, and Halloween. I've seen that, of course. Of course.
This challenge will be met.
Are you ranking them right now?
I'm not going to do Dark Star because I don't think anyone has really seen Dark Star. I don't
Whoa.
believe the people who say they have seen Dark Star.
What
I've
is
seen it.
I don't believe you. Assault on Precinct 13. It is not better than Assault on Precinct 13.
No.
However, it is right there. So we're 0 for 1, right? Shit. Halloween is obviously not better than that.
No.
It's better than the Elvis TV movie.
Yes, it's better than the Elvis TV
Oh my
movie.
gosh,
Yes.
had
Which
no
I don't
clue.
think we should count, but
No,
I think it is better than The Fog.
Wow.
you're insane. The Fog rules.
I won't give it to. I think it's the Vampires rules.
Okay.
Not better than Escape from New York. Shit.
No.
I am-
Yeah, that's a
oh,
great one.
It's definitely not better than The Thing. Also, if you go into John Carpenter thinking that more of his movies are similar to The Thing than they are vampires,
True.
you are wrong.
No, I mean he's a silly man.
Yeah.
He's got plenty of
Goofball.
silly movies.
It's better than Christine.
I don't think so, but
Never saw
if
it.
you do, that's fine. I
It's
I
not-
support you.
It is not better than Starman.
No.
Whoa, I've
Starman,
never seen that.
Starman rules.
Wait,
Not better.
wait.
Than, it is as good as Big Trouble in Little China. Almost.
You're
No
insane.
way! You have lost your
You're
absolute mind, you
fucking
crackhead.
It's not as good as Prince of Darkness.
No.
No, that
Prince
movie's
of Darkness
wild.
Kicks
It's
ass.
not as good as They Live. Oh, I'm not even gonna get 12.
That's great.
Oh, it's not as good as They Live. It is better than Memoirs of an Invisible Man.
I
Yes.
never saw it.
It is not as good as In the Mouth of Madness.
No.
Oh wow,
I think it's better than Village of the Damned. I haven't seen it.
never seen
I've
it.
never seen that one either.
I haven't seen it since I was like a wee lad. It's better than Escape from L.A.
Wow,
I don't think I even agree with that. I
Oh,
think I like Escape from LA better than
I never saw that one.
is it better than Vampires?
Whoa. And on that note,
And
It's better than Ghosts of Mars. That's it. Bon appetit. It's better
Oh
than-
wow,
we can't Bon Appetit yet. We've got
You're right.
important stuff to
wow.
talk about.
Wait, there was one you brought up, Starman. Is that the one where the guy has to gets sucked up into space or something? I saw that
No.
when I.
No,
wait.
you're thinking of. It's not Firewalk with Me. It's,
No,
I'm thinking of Galaxy Quest.
no, he's thinking of the one.
the
where
arcade
it's DB
game.
Sweeney, and he goes up. He gets sucked into.
Oh, Fire in the Sky?
Come on, yes, Fire in the Sky.
Is that what that's? I don't know. What is Starman?
Starman is
Starman.
Jeff Bridges. Is a
Oh.
lovely Starman. That's pretty much
Starman
it.
is like
What?
Jeff Bridges. Like it's like a better. It's like an adult version of ET.
Whoa,
Yeah,
that sounds crazy.
It's really good.
it's awesome.
I think it's his second best film.
Whoa, that's
shit.
wild. I'm excited to watch that.
This is we're dropping bombshells on this.
I'm so
episode.
depressed that I couldn't even get fucking Vampires onto his top 12. Shit.
That's funny.
But it's still pretty good, guys.
Yeah.
You know what
his
this says about you?
13th
Carpenter,
best.
Carpenter's not as great as you think he is, but he's also not as bad as you think he is.
Carpenter
His Zenith
rules.
and his Nadir,
He's great.
Mm,
they're
He's
somewhere right in the
amazing.
middle.
Michael,
yes.
if you were to be found on the internet, where would you be found?
You can find me on Instagram and Twitter as
Jesus.
Mampy Hikes.
QAnon chat rooms.
Yeah, cute. Yeah,
That's
I
wonderful.
started that, by the way.
John, do you want to mention even one social media?
Food Court Cast, baby.
Ooh,
Oh yes,
what's
Fuck,
that?
If you're listening, you probably already know this, but if you don't, we are at Food Court Cast on Twitter.
Mm.
We're Food Court Movie Podcast on Instagram. We're Food Court Movie Podcast on Facebook.
Mhm.
We don't really do much on Facebook, but that doesn't mean that we can't enjoy likes. And most importantly, we love ratings and reviewings and
Oh,
subscribings.
love
If
it.
you subscribe and you rate and review, we don't have anything to send you, but we'll send you kisses
Mm.
and love, and we'll bite your leg, or
Bite your
potential-
hoo-ha.
Potentially
your hoo-ha. we may bite your hoo-ha. John, Michael,
Yes.
I want to thank you so much for having a spirited discussion.
Yes, of
And I want to
course.
say,
Sons of bitches.
Happy Carpentober, everybody. This was great.
and don't forget, for next week, we are watching In the Mouth of Madness. We will see you then.
Yeah.
Bon appetit.
Bon appetit.
Vampires is amazing.